From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Waking up to temperatures in the single digits in many places this morning. One of those places is Owasso. They're sitting at 5 degrees. It's only 8 degrees in Lansing, and it's 11 degrees in Marshall. And you can see some of us are waking up to sunshine this morning or light snow. Places that are seeing some light snow are Hastings and Charlotte right now. And you can see over the next 12 hours, that snow will move out of the way, and we'll see some sunny skies. We'll get our temperatures into the low 20s, but we have warmer temperatures in the forecast. And of course, I'll have a lot more details on that coming up later in the show as 6 News This Morning starts right now.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News This Morning.
Good morning, Mid-Michigan. Thank you for waking up with us. It's Sunday, February 8th. I'm Karina Prieto, and we're here for you now with this morning's top stories. Well, we start this morning with a story we have been following closely. Today officially marks 1 week since Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie, was first reported missing. In a new video released on Saturday, Savannah Guthrie says she and her 2 siblings are willing to pay for the safe return of their mother. Christian Benavides is here for you now with the details.
Late Saturday, detectives returned to Nancy Guthrie's home. Investigators were also spotted at the home of her daughter, Annie Guthrie. It's unclear what prompted the law enforcement response, but it came shortly after the family released another video statement.
We received your message, and we understand.
In their posting, the Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie and her siblings took to social media to address a new message from the potential abductors.
We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
Authorities have been working to verify the authenticity of 2 messages from the potential captors. On Friday, FBI agents removed the camera from Nancy Guthrie's roof and towed her car from her garage to examine it for potential fingerprints or other clues. CBS News has learned law enforcement is tracking down vehicles captured on surveillance cameras the night she disappeared, including at this gas station.
We cannot provide every bit of information that they receive until they get to a closer place of identifying where Ms. Guthrie is and the people that might have taken her.
According to a timeline provided by law enforcement, there was about a 41-minute window from the time the doorbell camera disconnected to when Nancy Guthrie's pacemaker app disconnected from her phone. Within this time frame, software detected movement at 2:12 a.m., but it wasn't recorded. The FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for information. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
Protests continue against immigration enforcement in Minnesota. On Saturday, protesters rallied outside the Whipple building in Minneapolis in a heated demonstration. Authorities say some demonstrators threw objects at ICE vehicles and shouted at agents. The sheriff's office says that a deputy was struck in the head and a squad car was damaged, prompting a dispersal order. Law enforcement says that deputies will remain on the scene to maintain public safety as officials continue to monitor the situation. Well, tonight is the Super Bowl, and the excitement has Mid-Michigan on the move this morning. At 10 a.m., there's a Super Bowl Sunday 5K run walk throughout downtown Lansing. The City of Lansing Public Service Department says there are several street closures for the 5K, starting at Capitol Avenue. Already, downtown streets have been closing as runners move throughout the course. Drivers are encouraged to avoid the area if possible, and streets will reopen as runners pass. All roads are expected to fully reopen by 11:30 a.m. today. And now, here for you in studio, we have 6 News reporter Zach Prees with more on the big game.
Karina, yes indeed, the big game is almost here. It's 6:30 Eastern time tonight. Fans all around the world will watch as the Seahawks and the Patriots clash for the Lombardi Trophy. Now, the last time that the Seahawks made it this far, the Patriots played spoiler to them, defeating Seattle in the Super Bowl in 2015. And now it is time for a rematch, folks. And this version, well, it has plenty of Michigan ties. Seattle boasts former Michigan State stud running back Kenneth Walker, Walker, as well as former University of Michigan tight end A.J. Barner. Seattle's head coach Mike Macdonald was also a defensive coordinator at Michigan in 2021. But how did both squads get to this point? Well, the Seahawks had a first-round bye before relying on back-to-back explosive offensive performances, first stomping out the San Francisco 49ers 41-6 before knocking off former Lion Matthew Stafford and his Rams 31-27. Now for the Patriots, it's been the opposite story. Defense has led the charge, holding teams to an average of less than 9 points a game during their playoff run. New England will be looking for their league-leading 7th Super Bowl, while Seattle is searching for their 2nd. Karina, back to you.
Thanks so much, Zach. Also happening today, the Capital Area Transportation Authority is hosting a community hot meal event in response to these recent cold conditions. From 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. today, community groups will provide hot coffee, meals, and essential supplies inside of the station. Organizers say similar events are planned for March, and anyone who is cold or hungry is encouraged to come by for support.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, we got a little sunshine out there. You can see that behind me on the Capital camera. It's a little bit of sun reflecting off those windows there, but we do have a little bit of snow on the way too, as you can see on the board here. But we have our temperatures in the single digits over the area. You can see that we are sitting at 8 degrees in Lansing, but it could be a lot worse. Looking to the north and east, Alpena sitting at -13, and a touch warmer off to our south and west, places like Chicago where they're sitting at 21 degrees already. And we'll get into the 20s today too, but you can see satellite radar shows that little bit of snow that we have coming through over the area right now. Some light snow falling in places like Hastings and Marshall, and that will continue over the next few hours. But looking at the current temperatures closer to home, we're sitting at 8 in Lansing, 10 degrees in Charlotte, and only 5 degrees in Owasso right now. So pretty cold out there, but the good news is those bitterly cold temperatures will not last much longer. You can see today will be the coldest day as we only get to a high temperature of 21 degrees. We get to 29 tomorrow and then 37 degrees on Tuesday. That will be our warmest temperature in nearly 3 weeks. So definitely some good news there for those that are wanting some warmer temperatures. And even beyond that, we don't stay in the upper 30s beyond that, but you can see that we're in the upper 20s and lower 30s, which is more where we should be for this time of year, but nothing significantly colder as we go later into this week. So certainly some good news with that. Also some more good news. Our sunsets now past 6 o'clock.
Yes.
So that's going to stay that way for several months until we start losing time again. And we get a nice sunset tonight because the sun will be coming back out.
No, so I'm so happy about that. I hate when the sun's down before we're even out of like the 9 to 5 range.
Right.
You know?
I know it's just like dark all the time, and then it's kind of nice
Not a fan.
seeing that.
But I'm happy to hear about this.
Right,
Well,
yes.
Cole and I have some plans today. We will be heading over to the Mid-Michigan Women's Expo after the shows. The expo features hundreds of women-focused businesses, and today is the last day for you to enjoy. You can expect all things entertainment, education, beauty, food, and so much more. Everything is tailored towards women and their families, and it's all happening at the Lansing Center. Admission is $12 for adults, $6 for kids ages 3 through 14, and free for those under 2. Cole and I will be there from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., so be sure to stop by and say hello.